Just days ago, Bobi Wine was in hiding in Uganda. Today, he is in Washington, D.C. I want you to really think about that. From hiding to the capital of the United States. This is not normal. This is not random. And that kind of movement does not happen without a reason. So the real question is, what changed? And more importantly, what happened next? Subscribe now, because this story is still developing and I'm going to keep breaking it down clearly as it unfolds. Right now, there are two completely different versions of reality coming out of Uganda. Let's take the first one. The first vision says, nothing is happening, everything is calm. And if you just look casually, you might actually believe that. Because people are going to work, they look normal. But then there's a second vision, and this one says, something is building quietly. Something is shifting beneath the surface. Now, let me explain why that matters. Because history shows when two realities exist at the same time, the truth is usually in what you cannot see. Stay with me, because the next part explains why all this matters. Let's go back to the election. This is where everything begins. The results were announced, but immediately they were challenged. Now, when results are challenged, that does not say on paper. It creates tension. It creates tension and tension. And that doesn't disappear. It builds slowly, quietly, but it builds. If you're following this, subscribe, share. I break this situation down so you don't miss what others overlooked. Then came a critical moment. Bobi Wine went into hiding. Stop and think about that. A national political figure disappeared from public view. That tells you something changed. That tells you the situation escalated. And it didn't stop there. There was reports that his wife had to be hospitalized. Now think about that carefully. When politics start affecting families, that is no longer normal. That is when things become serious. That is when decision changes. And if you want real updates without confusion, subscribe. I'll keep breaking this down step by step. Then came the next move. He left Uganda. Bobi Wine left Uganda. Now let's be clear. Leaving does not always mean running. Sometimes it means repositioning. Sometimes it means preparing for what comes next. Now he is in Washington, D.C., and reports indicate he is engaging internationally. Now think about that and what that means. This is no longer local. This now is global. And when something becomes global, everything changes. So now we ask the real question, what happens next? Because when international pressure meets external attention, that's when situation shifts, sometimes quietly and sometimes suddenly. Subscribe, share, because this story is still unfolding, and I'll keep breaking it down as it develops.